you see that, you know where we are. Aloha Makapo, it's RJ coming to you from the beautiful Kailua Bay in Kailua Kona on the Big Island in Hawaii. And this video is a recap of all the things that Makapo did over the course of the days leading up to Labor Day weekend, and of course our racing at the Queen Lili'uokalani Outrigger canoe race this year. Now normally what we do is we race in the 6-man races on Saturday over the Labor Day weekend. But this year our focus was to showcase the COOP remote control system, which allows blind paddlers, of course, to paddle OC1 canoes. And even though outreach is always a part of what we do when we race, because people get to learn about blind outrigger paddling in our programs, we also wanted to do something special and host a couple of outreach events for new blind paddlers who are living on the island of Oahu, so that we could get as many people to know about what Makapo does and hopefully inspire other blind people and other coaches and clubs to go ahead and try to start their own blind paddling program. So let's go take a look and see what we did there, and then go over what we did here in Kona. We started our trip by flying out of Long Beach. It's always way easier than flying out of LAX, and despite the planes being smaller, the ease and convenience of Long Beach can't be beat. Chuck, Efren, Rob, Michael and Mary Yu, and myself enjoyed the relatively smooth flight to Oahu, with Chuck and I scoring an empty middle seat between us. So we let Rob sit there for most of the flight so we can keep the group together. Once we got to Oahu, Mark met up with us after his flight from Ontario. After the obligatory stop at McDonald's to pick up a deep-fried apple pie, we then made the other obligatory stop and grabbed lunch at Zippy's. Now we were ready to hold our first outreach event. This event was held in partnership with Waikiki Surf Club. We were joined by 4 visually impaired guests and a teacher of orientation and mobility who is also a paddler. Luana, who's part of Waikiki Surf Club, helped us get a canoe down to the water, and then we split the group in 2, taking 2 people to paddle with our guys, while we showed the other 2 the parts of the canoe. Overall, our guests had a great time, and several of them shared with us that they never thought they'd be able to paddle with their disability. But because they were able to paddle that night, they couldn't wait for the next time they could do so. So a big mahalo to Luana and all the members of Waikiki Surf Club who helped us put on the event, and we hope that this event might help increase the number of blind people who are paddling in Oahu. The following day we held a similar event with our friends at New Hope Canoe Club. Unfortunately, no guests who were blind or visually impaired were able to join us, but New Hope was able to take our guys in a double haul. While they were paddling, we were able to set up COOP on a Puakea Designs Volare, brought to Sand Island by none other than Uncle Bobby and Auntie Pat Puakea. It was a special thing to see a master canoe builder helping us get a canoe designed by his son, Johnny Puakea, ready for COOP. Once it was installed, we put a couple of New Hope's paddlers on it for a quick spin in the bay. We're so grateful to New Hope for being so welcoming and accommodating, and we hope to work with them in the future. Thanks to Johnny Puakea and Jimmy Austin for coordinating the use and pickup of the Volare. Mahalo to Uncle Bobby and Auntie Pat for transporting it to and from Outrigger Club. And finally, thanks to Sai Kalama and the New Hope Ohana for spending time with us. After this event, it was off to the airport for a short inter-island flight to Kona. Because the OC1 races are on Sunday, it was a strangely refreshing feeling to have Saturday as one of our prep days. As paddlers got ready for their 18-mile race that day, we simply soaked up the energy and made our race preparations. We had changed our original plans to put 3 blind paddlers on COOP-enabled OC1s, to only entering 2 paddlers, Chuck and Michael. AJ was entered into the mixed OC2 race along with his sister Jacqueline. Efren would still race in the OC1 race. By the end of Saturday, however, we had only been able to secure 1 chase boat, captained by former NAC paddler Corey Fultz. So the tough decision was made to enter Michael in the first OC1 race, and then enter Chuck in the next race afterwards. Sunday was eventually upon us, and there was a real sense of excitement and nerves among the whole team. The first race day task was to set up COOP. With the help of Puakea ambassadors Amber Lynn and Nui Udarian, we were able to secure 2 Puakea Designs canoes. One would be for COOP, and the other would be for Efren. As the 9 a.m. race start approached, the modification of the barred Volare went smoothly, and we all got in position to launch Michael from the pier. Michael got comfortable on the Volare, while Rob and Mark joined Corey on the chase boat. Shortly thereafter, we launched Michael and he paddled to the race start. Michael didn't have much time to wait, because as soon as he got to the line, the race started, and the conditions were unusual for Kona. A good swell, and a lot of wind, instead of the normal flat conditions. We're proud to report that everything went well in that first race. Efren finished with a time of 49 minutes and 25 seconds, and Michael, along with COOP, finished several minutes later with a time of 57 minutes and 56 seconds, making Michael the first blind paddler to complete a Hawaii race using the COOP system. AJ and Jack started and finished their race in 47 minutes and 30 seconds. It was time to get Chuck ready for his race, but the conditions had worsened, and by the time Chuck got to the race start, he and Rob had decided that for safety reasons, he wouldn't race. It was truly a disappointment, but sometimes you just have to make the right decision. Our trip here to Kona was really a successful one. While we weren't able to enter 3 blind athletes into the OC1 race like we'd originally envisioned, we were able to enter 4 blind athletes into the races this weekend. So congratulations to AJ and Jax for competing and completing the mixed OC2 race. Congratulations to Efren for completing his OC1 race. And of course, congratulations to Michael Yu for being the first person to complete an Outrigger canoe race in Hawaii with the COOP remote control system. And as we close this video, we'd like to send a huge mahalo to everyone who helped us get to this point. Everybody at Kaiapua Canoe Club, Johnny Puakea, and all the Puakea team riders, ambassadors, and staff, Luana and the Waikiki Surf Club, Vicky Kennedy, Eric Crispin, Sai Kalama, and the New Hope Canoe Club, Uncle Bobby and Auntie Pat Puakea, Corey Foltz, the Foreseeable Future Foundation, the South Orange County Delta Gamma Alumni Association, the Andrei Lenikoff Memorial Foundation, and all of our Makapo Ohana. We'll be following up this video with a more in-depth video about how we were able to prepare COOP for the races here in Kona. But until then, don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see all of you in the next video. Aloha!